Have you ever seen this thing? Yeah, you're right, this is an iPhone 3GS and its backside is made out of plastic. Ew. If we're honest, this isn't really what we would expect in a high-end smartphone to feel and look like, and even after the iPhone 2G came with an aluminium backside, this did almost feel like a downgrade, so it was about time to upgrade the design, and what Apple came up with is this, the iPhone 4. Back in the days famous from a local bar where an Apple employee flexed with his prototype and accidentally left it there. Because of that, many people weren't that excited at the keynote, what I don't understand because when I hold this apparatus in my hands I'm still excited today. But anyway, get yourselves ready for one of the biggest upgrades in the iPhone history. It's 2010. Android smartphones look like McDonald's toys, I'm going to school and my friends talk about Apple, iPhones, iPods and apps 24/7. And one day someone came to me with an iPhone 4 in their hands and I still remember that my brain really couldn't process how you can fit all the hardware into this small housing and how Apple created a device that looks so nice and sleek. Even if the dimensions didn't really change a lot, it felt so much worthier because of the new form factor. The new borders looked and felt better, and I think I don't really have to emphasize that most of the worthier feeling came from the new glass backside. But this new design came with flaws too. First of all, an additional glass side gives you one more side that can break. Even though the 3GS's backside had problems with cracks near the charging port too and was almost addicted to collecting more scratches, the iPhone 4's backside had a bigger risk of breaking. Furthermore, these lines, which are the gaps for the antennas, aren't aligned very cleverly. Because if I hold this brick like a 2010 40-year-old Facebook junkie, I'm covering all three of the antennas and this leads to connection issues. Above that, the buttons were improved and the headphone jack was still available on top of the phone. But let's talk about the most important side of the iPhone 4, the front side. And here you find an upgrade that really blew a lot of minds back in the days. The new Retina display, 640 by 960 pixels, which lead to a pixel density of roughly 330 pixels per inch. And after the iPhone 3GS featured a 165 ppi display where you could literally see the pixels if you took a closer look, this new sharp display looked so much better. Also, if you looked at it from different angles, the color didn't change like before. This display in fact was so futuristic and revolutionary that Apple still use it in the iPhone SE, for example. The next upgrade was the chipset. While the 3GS featured a Samsung chip with 600 MHz, the iPhone 4 came with the Apple A4 with 1 GHz. Also, the iPhone 4 came with double the RAM but the same memory variants, 8, 16 and 32 GB. Furthermore, the iPhone 4 was the first iPhone ever to feature a selfie camera to support the new FaceTime function with VGA quality 480p. It wasn't really high quality but better than nothing. Also, the main camera has been improved. The iPhone 4 users could now take 5 megapixels photos and 720p HD videos, plus the iPhone came with an LED flash and HDR function. With a way better battery time, you could now spend even more time playing around with iOS. The iPhone 4 was released along iOS 4, a way more futuristic looking and very advanced version of Apple's mobile operating system. In that time, the App Store exploded. So many iconic games have been released, and on the iPhone 4 they ran so smoothly that this mobile phone was a pretty nice mobile game console too. But you guessed it, today the iPhone 4 isn't that fast and futuristic anymore. And the fate of this device is extraordinarily sad. From revolutionary, it took Apple 4 years to make this apparatus a slow, buggy and almost unusable brick. The main reason is iOS 7. I mean, I understand that Apple wanted to give the customers an additional year of software support, but at the end of the day it would have been the better decision to just leave it on iOS 6 in my opinion. This one still runs iOS 6 and you can see that it really doesn't perform badly, but this one on iOS 7 is so significantly worse in terms of speed and user experience. And it just more futuristic design and transition style plus some new features didn't really outweigh these cuts. Also in 2022 you can basically forget to install modern apps on this. Maybe, and this is a huge maybe, you might be able to find some old apps to install on this thing. As an MP3 player it might be okay, even though I would prefer an iPhone 4S, 5 or 6. But in my country you can pick those up almost for free. I found multiple ones on eBay for 10 bucks, which isn't really a lot for what you can still do with it, even though you should consider that you can buy an iPhone 4S for around 20 bucks or an iPhone 5 for roughly 30 bucks. What all these devices have in common is that you can absolutely forget to use them as a daily driver today, just to stop you right away. I also made videos about those iPhones, don't hesitate to check those out. Above that, don't forget to like the video and to let me know what you think about the iPhone 4 down below in the comments. So see you next time. Adios amigos.